well today. I've got good health, prosperity, strong mindset, and a healthy vision for the future. We're still in Thailand, but now we're in Bangkok, and I'm in a new room. And let me tell you something about Bangkok. It's a lot busier, it's a lot less space, it's more people, and it feels like the concrete is way harder. Because I was walking around Siam, or Icon Siam, like one of the bigger malls here, and my feet were killing me. And now I understand why there's so many massage places down every strip, every corner, every street. There's like 6 massage places down the road. It's because walking here is one, tough, two, very common, three, you're gonna need the massages, at least the foot massages, if you want to survive here. So I haven't even done my own laundry since I've gotten here. And back home, I used to do my own laundry every week, basically. And let me tell you something. When you go down, it's right downstairs. People do it for you. You don't have to worry about anything. It becomes this thing where it's like you don't even go and look to be independent. Like you become way more dependent when you have access to be able to just get things done for you and not have to worry about it. The only issue is it costs a lot more, right? It's the cost of convenience because I came back and that bill for the laundry was ridiculous. I paid like, how much did I pay? I paid like $90 for a couple loads of laundry. I could have gone to the laundry machine myself and just done it, threw it in the machine and had it done and not have to worry about it. So that was a crazy experience because I was like, wow, I'm getting very lazy. Being here can make you very, very lazy. And I think that's very interesting because you have that choice. You have the option to be really pampered or, to do everything by hand. I'm not the kind of person that's out here going into the woods and the jungle and doing all these crazy adventures. Like I'll go time to time, maybe see what's around. So I'm not much of a solo traveler. And something that's interesting about being more nomadic, someone who's just like more of an expat or more just experiencing different cultures or different areas, is one, you see the lifestyle that people have here and you can kind of contrast it to what you're used to. Because even when it comes down to prices, and I mentioned that I switch hotels a lot, you've seen it, right? You've seen in the past like 4 videos, I've been in different places. And it's not because I like to, it's more so it gives me an idea of different areas and different kind of environments. And each area has shown me that a lot of what you consider to make you happy or like content in life comes down to your own perspective. Now, I've stayed in 4 different places, at least in Chiang Mai, and each of those places were different levels of, let's say, wealth, right? Like I stayed near Niman, a lot more tourists, a lot more money coming in from foreign countries. And over there, you have a lot more, you're more pampered. It's easier, right? I also stayed in another area. I can't really remember. It was east of the gate, but it was a lot more locals, right? A lot more modest living. No real, there's like one big mall, like down the road to where I was. More street dogs, more street animals. No monkeys, because I don't rock with the monkeys. I will not mess with any monkeys here. I don't care about what you say. I don't care about what kind of adventures are out here. I'm staying away from the monkeys. I'm not getting robbed in broad daylight by an animal. But I will say, though, there's a huge contrast when you're with more locals versus when you're with more foreigners. And even though it's the same place, right, it's still Chiang Mai, the difference in the quality of life, I'm assuming based on just like the area itself, it's just telling to like, even if you have more access, or even if you have less access, what really is the determining factor behind how content you are is the way you view your situation. And now that I'm in Bangkok and I'm seeing that like it's way busier and it's more of a city, it's really like if you go to Icon, it can feel like Toronto, to be honest. It can feel like Eden Center, like depending on like what you're going there for. And it's massive, there's 2 sides. So it's not even like a huge contrast to back home. And the prices are similar too. So that's another thing too that's interesting because you go there and you're like, yeah, like I have this currency, I have that currency, and I'm gonna exchange it, and I'm gonna take advantage. And then you realize that, like, oh, you know, it's more or less the same back home. And then you get disappointed because it's like, oh, I thought I was saving, but at the end of the day, it still carries over. If you're used to something for so long, then it becomes your reality. And then when you're in a new environment, you adapt to that reality. So the mindset that you have and your level of contentment in life comes down to your own perspective. It's a lot more self directed than you believe. You are the person that determines how happy you are with your situation. So even if you're in a scenario where you have more or you have nothing, the way that you view things is what shapes how happy you are with what you have. The dream lifestyle or like the dream circumstances, whatever that means to you. And I'm not even talking about like luxury, I'm talking about just like wanting things. Um, the biggest obstacle with that is that you start to make yourself more miserable on purpose or even by accident because that comparison is going to be the thief of your joy. Now, I'm touring right now, I'm traveling, so I get to kind of see both sides from a perspective of someone coming in with a stronger currency, right? And I talked to some Thai people, like the Grab drivers, for example, and I asked them, like, "Oh, have you ever been to the West? Is this somewhere you'd like to go?" And they tell me, like, "Yeah, I would, but I don't have the money." So little do they know, like, people want to go. People who are over there want to come here. Some people who are over here want to go over there. So the grass isn't always greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. Just because you have it doesn't mean you need it. You know what I mean? Just because it's available to you doesn't mean it's always going to be the best route. Especially when it comes down to this laundry, bro. I've never paid that much money for laundry in my life. Ever. That was crazy. It was like 2 loads max. I feel like more so now that I'm in Thailand, I'm just going to open up, just talk about whatever comes to mind. I'll try to drop something at least once a week, but like no promises for real. Um, but I will say that, yeah, like your perspective is self-directed. I'm also speaking from a place of privilege. There are people who have nothing, right? That's way different. But it really just comes down to your perspective. You got to make do with what's available to you. If you learn to adapt quickly, it makes you more resilient to surprises or unexpected outcomes. So that's my takeaway for today. I just got to Bangkok. I don't really know what to do. If you live in Thailand and you're from Bangkok and you have suggestions for things for me to try or visit or whatever that are reasonably priced, leave it in the comments. I'm open to suggestions. And yeah, I'll catch you. Oh, wait. Watch this video, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.